Alright, what is up, everybody? Um, gonna do this real quick. I still need to film a few things for today. I just finished, what book was it? Man and Symbols last night. And it was an interesting book. I'll do the video on it. It'll be released in like 20, 30 minutes after I end the stream. But yeah, that's what you guys get to look forward to. Yeah, on top of that, I'm probably gonna finish a Dostoevsky book tonight. Either review that tonight or tomorrow. Yeah, a lot of things in the works. I'm gonna do a quick course on communication in my school. Um, Hopefully I can get that out today. It really just depends on how productive I'm feeling. Sometimes I'm feeling like writing. Sometimes that's exciting to me. Sometimes it's more filming videos. It's really dependent on where my creativity goes. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like if I'm having writer's block at all, I'm not gonna write. I'm gonna go film video, if that makes sense. Like I don't like to force anything. I don't like to force action. I like to feel good doing things. Like the more you have to force something, the less you're going to enjoy it over time. And these are all things that I mean, filming videos is easy now at this point, but writing isn't something I wouldn't say it's easy for me right now. Like it's something I guess I feel like I'm good at, but it's not easy to set aside time. Like it's not something I can get in the flow of if I'm not feeling the urge to do it already. Yeah, we'll wait for people to join. Should start sending out the notifications soon. These streams are weird because it doesn't. I think it waits and I think it like monitors the things I say before it pushes it out to people. I think it's probably good. It's probably a good thing nobody's saying, horrendous things on one of these because like this is the type of stream that shows up during, um, you know, like your short speed. But yeah, as people start joining, feel free to ask for book recommendations. I read pretty much every category, so I can at least steer you in the right direction. Good job. You got yourself banned from my channel. Good job. It's so fun to do. We don't run this like a democracy over here. If you upset me, if you annoy me, you're gone. That's how we do it here. There's no such thing as fairness. It's what I say goes. What's up, Stray Kids? There we go. We can keep doing this. This is kind of funny for me. What's up, Secret Milkshake? That's an interesting name. That one fairy mask hunter. Interesting name. How's it going? I'm good. How are you? Everything good? I'm having like a weird day. Like one of those days where you wake up really late. Well, not super late, but like I stayed up all night last night because I couldn't sleep, and like you wake up and the day just feels weird. That's like what I'm experiencing right now. Like I'm first like the first time all day I feel like I've actually been up. I want to flirt near my crush. What's up, Snowy? How's everything? How would I flirt? It depends. I mean, do you know them? What's up, Mariam? I think I said that right. My bad if I didn't. in IRL every day. I mean, technically, anytime you're talking to someone that you like, you're flirting with them. It's really just about the escalation. You look like Slim Shady. I hope I don't look like him now. Now he looks like Ellen. Bro, I'm gaming. Yeah, I mean, like a younger Slim Shady, that's okay. Now he kind of just like, within the past few years, he's kind of just become like a hack. Like, where are you from? I'm from Jersey. Um, I don't know. Like Eminem, like in the '90s, was like, oh yeah, fuck the system, and now he's like, literally part of the system. Okay, good. You sub, thank you. Ever heard of Daughter of the Sun by Amanda Oliver? No, I haven't. I don't really read. Is that if it's fiction? That's probably why I don't read much fiction. I like to stick to like philosophy and stuff like that. Fantastic young adult fantasy. Yeah, that's that's not something I read. That's probably why I haven't heard about it. Can you shout me out? There's 8 people in here. What's a shout out gonna do? What do you mean a shout out? Now there's 3 people in here. You want a shout out? Wow, you're really gonna be famous after this one. Your cousin is drunk. Are you sure you're not drunk too with the spelling? Why do you need a shadow? Doesn't do anything. I hope you know that. The only way that driving traffic to a page works is if people are engaged with it. Like, there's a lot of people that get viral videos, but their channels kind of don't go anywhere simply because the people that were on that page aren't interested in the other stuff you do. So it doesn't matter about the amount of traffic you drive. It's the engagement. I have not learned common sense. Should I go back to kindergarten? No, nobody knows common sense anymore. What's your favorite team? What sport? I don't really watch sports that much anymore, but like I watched football with my family. So I'd say like the Eagles maybe. But again, I'm not like I can't like tell you the injury report. I can't tell you statistics. Like I barely even know their record. Like I don't know. I used to be way more into that stuff when I was a lot younger, but now it's like I'd rather focus on myself. Like the amount of time people spend on, researching their favorite team, like I could read an entire book. So it's like I'd rather read an entire book and at least put myself in a positive direction. NBA, I don't watch NBA. You're bored? Damn, I'm not entertaining you. Damn. All right, I'll do better. Should we start telling knock knock jokes? I should buy a dad joke book and just start reading them to you. I think that's what I need to do. Yeah, I don't have one on me. Next time I stream, I'll have one. All right, I'll tell you a quick story. So my uncle today, he was working on his house, and he like climbed up on the roof, and because it was so windy, the ladder blew away, so he had to call the cops to come get him off the roof. And then when I was at the gym today, um, dude, I walked in the locker room and it just smelled terrible. And I was really so confused because I was like, what can smell this bad? And it was just a singular pair of boots in the middle of the floor, and the entire like 200 feet of the entire locker room just smelled like feet. It was the most disgusting thing I've ever experienced. I didn't know people could smell that bad. Like genuinely, I was baffled by how bad this guy's feet smell like. And if that's his boots smelling, imagine how bad the guy smells himself. And then when I woke up, I went to go get sushi, and I went to an all-you-can-eat place. Dude, this place scammed the hell out of me. It's just it's like crazy. I go to this place all the time, and I order like the like what is it called? It's not like the rolls. It's the other type of sushi. Might just be called sushi, but it's like salmon on top of rice with no seaweed. And I order that. They give me tuna. I don't like the tuna over rice. It doesn't taste as good to me. And like if they had given me the right thing, I probably would have been able to finish it all. But like I just didn't want to eat it, and then they charged me extra. It's like this is a place I go to all the time, and they give me the wrong order and charge me extra for not eating it. It's like, what the fuck is this? Oh, you subscribe? Thank you, thank you. Yeah, today was a weird day. Like just a lot of like nonsensical things happened. And then what else did I do today? I got my girlfriend this gift. I think she'll like it. Right? I mostly got it so that I can play with it, right? That's the secret. You have to get people gifts that you can use. Like anytime I stay with her, I can, cuddle it, It's the best scam there is. You have your cat with you? Dude, I'm starting to come around on cats. I used to not that I was never like, oh, this cat's weird, but I just be like, I don't get why people like cats. I don't know. The more videos I watch of them, the more I'm starting to like them. What's up, Kevin? What was that? There's like a train. Not a train, it's like a trolley, and it drives on the road, and the road is like older, like the tracks are older, so it makes a lot of noise. Oh, the zipper? It's my backpack, it wasn't my pants. Chill. I'm wearing sweatpants, don't worry. That's not what that was. Got such a weird mind. You had a dream last night? Do you know what dreams are? This is one of the coolest things that I've ever learned. Basically, your dreams are a message from your subconscious telling you what you need to start addressing, telling you what you need to start doing. And a lot of the times we can't read the signs of our dreams. A lot of times it's too complex for us. But the more we can write down our dreams and start to analyze them, the more we can start to understand about ourselves. This is basically Jungian psychology. I think Freud was the one that came up with that our dreams are representative of different things, and it's a real path forward if we can embrace this. But Jung took it further because Freud believed that set ideas, like set symbols, we can analyze this deeper. But Freud basically believed that like there were set symbols that like if somebody had a certain idea or a certain occurrence in one of their dreams that means only this thing, but that's not the truth. Like it's dependent on the individual. You're dreaming you got shot. I mean that could just be some existential fear that you're having. Like if you're dreaming that you're getting shot, that must mean that like this could go a bunch of different ways. I don't know you well enough to analyze you, but like it could be like you're killing your old self. You're moving on from your old self, or something along the lines of like you are afraid that someone's out to get you. It could be anxiety. It could be a bunch of other things. It could be a premonition of a future occurrence. Like it's, again, I don't know you well enough to make these assumptions and say this is matter of fact what it is, but Bro, I don't want to know this. Why are you saying this shit? That doesn't mean anything to me. like what does that information have to do with me? Is that how you start every conversation? like when someone asks you how's your day going, that's what you say. I'll delete it for you, don't worry. There we go. There'll be no weirdos chasing you down now. Dude, I don't know if you hear the beginning of the stream. People were just trying to insult me, and I just kept banning them from my channel. I was like, this is just entertaining for me. Like, this isn't free speech. If you upset me, you're gone. This is for my enjoyment. This isn't for you guys. It's just fun doing. Just turning on the camera and talking. You just woke up. Dude, I can't take naps anymore. I don't know why. I wish. I used to be able to take naps like all the time. For whatever reason, I can't now. I don't know. I have a weird thing where I can't relax ever. Where it's like if I'm not doing something, I can't justify it, so I get like not anxiety, but like the need to do something. So like if I'm watching TV, I'll pick up a book and start reading it. If I'm chilling out, like literally if I'm hanging out with my girlfriend and we're not doing anything, I'm reading a book. And it's like I could literally just sit there and like relax. Like it's such a difficult thing to deal with. It's good at certain points because it means I get things done on time. It means that I get all my assignments done. You know, whether it's work, whether it's class, whether it's personal things, whether it's this channel. But like, it also means that I can't. When it's time to chill, it means I can't chill. To know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived. This is to have succeeded. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Dude, I love Emerson so much. It's like easily one of my favorite authors. The ancestor of every action is a thought. Damn, come on. That's like these things just make me happy reading. Enthusiasm is the mother of effort, and without it, nothing great was ever achieved. You have a boyfriend? Self-trust is the first secret of success. This is my favorite, one of my favorite Emerson quotes. Might be my favorite. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. We will say that again. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. You're not kidding? I mean, I don't doubt you. That's not like a crazy achievement. It's not like, oh yeah, I'm Jeff Bezos. Like that's not saying anything out of the ordinary. I'm not like doubting you. I just don't know what to do with that information. Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. Okay, Emerson's awesome. Character is higher than intellect. Great soul will be strong to live as well as strong to think. You become what you think about all day long. When friendships are real, they are not glass threads or frostwork, but the solidest things we can know. What am I going to use this information for? Inspiration. Dude, if you read Emerson, your life will be complete. Emerson Emerson probably blends every single philosophy together so well. Like I can't even begin to like when you can't explain what people are about, when you can't explain their philosophy, that's when you know that they have something to say. And Emerson's one of those people. I'm literally listening to music and I'm also listening at the same time. Damn. You're splitting time? Come on. No, you know what this channel is about, right? This channel is book reviews. That's why I'm reading Emerson quotes. I'm like obsessed with reading. Well, I'm not like obsessed with reading. I am obsessed with reading. Write it on your heart that every day is the best day in the year. To be great is to be misunderstood. Peace cannot be achieved through violence. It can only be attained through understanding. Damn, these are like, the earth laughs in flowers. Do not be timid and squeamish about your actions. All life is an experiment. The more experiments you make, the better. You don't like books, you like hearing people read books. Do you listen to audiobooks? That's also, I know a lot of people that struggle to like set aside time to read. And the thing I say to them is like, just listen to an audiobook. It's also reading is a skill too. Like, to me, I can read faster than any audiobook. So it makes more sense for me to just set aside time to read each day. But when I'm at the gym, I'm listening to audiobooks or I'm listening to more stuff like that. That was like one of the changes I made that made the biggest result on me was changing all the music time to audiobooks. Changing all my downtime to time that I was learning. And that was like the biggest difference in terms of my development. And again, it's not even like, you don't even have to take it that extreme. What you really could just do is say like 10, 20 minutes a day. Like 10, 20 minutes a day for the rest of your life. It doesn't seem like a lot of time. And that could be the difference between you and like a library worth of information. How long are you gonna stream? I was gonna end it pretty soon. I have other stuff I have to do. I'm gonna stream again later. But this was just gonna be a quick one. What I was really hoping for was people gonna join and ask me questions on books, but you know, we just hung out, so it's cool. I don't care either way. Damn, you're gonna leave me? How could you? It's not the length of life, but the depth. Life is a journey, not a destination. What's up, Hypnodia? Hypnodia, you missed it. We're reading Emerson quotes. Nothing great was ever achieved without enthusiasm. Our greatest glory is not in never failing, but in rising up every time we fall. How many books do you read a day? Depends. Some days I read 1 to 2 books. Some days I read half of a book. It depends on the length of the book. It depends on the subject. It depends on other factors. But like, average week, I'm reading 4 or 5 books a week. A good week, I'll read like 15 to 20. Really just depends how much time I have. The years teach much, which the days never know. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, if you join my stream later, we'll be probably doing something. We might do a horizontal stream later, not this kind of stream. But yeah. Emerson probably responsible for so many inspiring moments across time. He was a good dude. Should aspire. Yeah, yeah. The thing is, I can't remember who said it, but someone said Emerson was the only great mind to ever come out of America. And the more I read, the more I learn, the more I'm like, yeah, that's definitely true. You're going to Best Buy to get some USB-C cables. Why? What you got? What you got cooking? Samuel Clemens too. Yeah. Yeah, Mark Twain's an interesting guy. Does he have books aside from The Adventures of Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn? Because I think I've read Huckleberry Finn. I don't think I've read The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. Maybe I should, because I remember liking Huckleberry Finn. But yeah, there's like a lot of interesting people throughout history that have a lot to say. A whole bunch of portable chargers in there. Damn, why does she keep taking your? All right, let me have a word with her. She'll never do it again. Hypnodio. We'll give her the phone right now, and we'll have a discussion. You can't keep taking Hypnodio's cords. Come on. He needs them. He needs the portable charger so he can watch my streams. Come on. That's the only reason, right? My dad grew up in Hannibal, Missouri. So Mark Twain is a special place in my heart. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. You just told her. Oh no, don't put me on the spot here. Dude, I'm just gonna like she's gonna like log into your Discord and just like curse me out probably. I'm like scared. Like I probably didn't even know what I was getting myself into, right? I definitely just like my inbox is just gonna be like, your streams are terrible. You're not inspiring at all. How dare you think that that you deserve my attention? It's just gonna be like, I'm gonna like wish I have never done it. That's what I'm seeing. Yo, Hypnodia, I don't think I've asked. Have you? I don't care if you have or not. I'm not putting you on the spot here. But you got a chance to look at the school and look at the stuff I put in there? I'd be interested to see your input. Damn, she doesn't know who I am. Wow. I can't believe. What's up, Nate? How's everything? Dude, that's honestly worse. Saying who's Bino, that's damn. She definitely knows who I am. She's just be like, this guy's a no name, no talent. Yeah, let me know. You don't even have to go super deep. Just let me know what you think. I'm like new to writing. Well, not new, but like I've obviously written things before, but this is a new avenue for me. So it's like I'm gonna continue to get better and better, but it's just like for the time being, I gotta work on it. Christina's coming? No, don't say that, Nate. Dude, I think I did send the link to the Discord, but I don't think she saw it, thank God. Dude, like whenever Christina joins, I'll be like, yeah, I can stream for another 4 hours. Christina joins and I'm like, I can stream for another 30 minutes, like That's the reality of the situation. It's so funny. Dude, I like honestly, if you brought Christina here, I might have to ban you. whoever like whoever out there put Christina onto my channel, I really should ban you forever. Like I should ban all of your alt accounts. I should ban everything. You finally have a break from Christina? Yeah. I think we're all saying the exact same thing. The algorithm's testing you? Yeah. It's nice to be in a stream and not just see like you like pickles. Like, what is that? Like why do I have to deal with this? It's always just nonsense. There's not like, what did she say? She said something funny last time. Someone was trying to tell me the world is flat, and Christina goes, "The world is flat because I sat on it." Which was objectively pretty funny. You have to give it to her. That was, and then she kept going on the same joke, and I'm like, you ruined it. Like, any good, any goodwill you gained with us, you just lost. All right, we're gonna read the Federalist Papers right now. Nah, just kidding. Let me see if I can find any good quotes. This book will probably have them. Once you hit a homer, you gotta walk off. Yeah, it's the, what is it? There's an episode of Seinfeld where George always says, he's like, I go way too far in the jokes I make. You're joining the Discord? That's cool, that's cool. Can you find it? I don't think I have it linked here. It's linked on my channel, so if you're looking for it, just either go to another one of my videos or find my channel. But yeah, that's it's a good place to go to, like, one, talk to everyone, and two, know when I'm streaming. I think that's the real benefits right now. I send some of the stuff that I'm like researching, but I don't do it often enough. It's not like anything consistent. Reading the Federalist Papers would be a good video. Yeah, no, that's one, I want to read the Federalist Papers because like, one, I'm interested in it, and two, I can do that. I don't know if you said you found my channel through the 48 Laws of Power. I'm gonna do the exact same thing with, picked up 2 books. With this book where I go through all the chapters. Because remember yesterday, I was literally just reading the first line from every chapter. Like the quotes I was reading, I literally was just reading the first line from every chapter. That's all I was doing. So I think that's gonna be a good book because the chapters are like they're all like, you can see. They're only a few pages each. So I think it's, one, we can really get through all the content and almost force people to gain the information through watching the videos. And two, it's like anything. When you have someone else's interpretation, even if it's not correct, it gets you thinking of the things in new ways. And that's really the benefit to, like, it's good to read the Bible for yourself, but it's not gonna be as influential unless you understand like certain historical context, certain beliefs, certain external sources of information, certain interpretations. Like, the more you can find out in terms of like other perspectives, the more you can approach it without your lens, approach it from a more holistic side of things, seeing the bigger picture. I don't know, the more I read, the more I research things, the more I understand that the world really just comes down to seeing things in different perspectives, seeing things in different ways, reframing the ways things occur in your mind, reframing a failure as really a success, reframing, oh, well, I'm not good enough to do this, and then you now you have a baseline. Now you know what you have to work on. Now you know what you have to change. Now you know how close you are. People seem to like it when you read too and focus on discussion and ideas. Yeah. No, it's definitely something I want to start doing. I just, like, I haven't done it enough to be like, not comfortable is not the right word. Like to have it not break up my train of thought. That's the thing. I haven't done it enough to do that. That's it's not even really a concern. It's just like it takes me out of it for a second. Dude, I also feel like the kid when I'm reading out loud, like I don't know what it is. I guess I don't do it enough. But I feel like the kid that stutters when you like when you do popcorn reading in like history class and you call on the kid that's like damn near illiterate just so like he can't like he stutters the entire class. Like that's what I feel like when I read on live. It's not even like I feel pressure. It's just like I know there's an audience of people watching. And I'm like, fuck, I fucked up that word. And then once I fuck up one word, I'm like, I gotta start over. As you get older too, the way you view it will change. Yeah, yeah. The thing is, like, the things I said like a year ago, not that I disagree with them, I just take it in a different way. And I might intensify the message or I might lighten up on the message. Like, every time I cover a topic I've already covered, I feel like I take it in a new angle. It's not because I've changed my mind, it's because I view it in a different way. It's because I've changed as a person. It's not because I necessarily disagree. You do sound like that, thank you. It's like singing, yeah, yeah. No, it's just really something that I have to get used to too, because I'm like, if I just highlighted my books, I think it'd be really easy. But I'm looking for quotes and then I'm trying to read them and then I'm trying to evaluate if they're good quotes at the same time. Whereas like before I'm reading Emerson quotes and like they're just, like I was on quote unquote Emerson's Twitter page where it was just someone that reposts his best quotes. So like I know everyone's gonna be influential. I know everyone's gonna be interesting. Yeah, yeah. And if your perspective doesn't change at all, guess what? That means you're an idiot. You're meant to change. You're meant to soften up and harden up on certain ideas. You're not meant to be the same all day long. You're not meant to be the same your entire life. You're meant to ebb and flow. You're meant to grow and expand and contract and approach problems differently. If you approach problems the same exact way your entire life, guess what? You didn't live. It's all about accepting changes and learning and moving on and moving in a positive direction. I think it was Osho that said, the moment you stop changing is the moment you start dying. There's also Heraclitus said, you can never step in the same river twice. Meaning that you can try to do the same approach, but it's never gonna have the same outcome. You can never cling on to the past because the past is the past. You have to take what you've learned and put it towards the future. No, yeah, I just finished this book. I just finished this book today. Really at like 3 a.m. last night. I finished reading it. After I finish this stream, I'm gonna do a video on it. But this is a really good book. Have you read this one yet? I think you said you did. I like the never being able to step in the same river. Yeah. And it's really just talking about the flow of life. Like, I mean, think about anything. You can never take the same approach to every situation. Like, maybe it works out for you, but it's going to gradually work less and less and less and less and less. And if you look at Napoleon, the reason why Napoleon was such a great general was because of his adaptability. Because he was able to basically streamline the chain of command and allow his soldiers like free range to do certain activities, certain strategies, certain maneuvers. And the reason Napoleon started to lose was because he started to become more rigid with his strategy. He started to go back to the more accepted ideas of warfare. What's up, Timmy? What's up, Dixie? I guess we'll call you that. Or what'd you tell me to call you yesterday? I cannot remember for the life of me. Dude, it's been like a weird day and a half. I like had so much going on recently. Patrick, that's right, that's right. I'll try to remember that for next time. We'll just remember you as Patrick Star, and then I'll remember, right? I haven't read it, but I listened to parts and I watched videos on it. I need to start reading more. I'm starting myself, and then reading code isn't quality reading. Yeah, I mean, you gotta. The thing is, if you take breaks from things, you can go back into it with more inspiration. So, like, every so often I'll film a few videos, and then I won't film videos for a few days, and then when I film videos again, uh, I'm like excited. Made 200% ROI crypto. What coins? What coins? You discovered what's been holding you back. What was it? Was it yourself? That's what it is. I don't even need to ask. I know it's just yourself. It's the way you're framing things. It's the way you're accepting other people's perceptions of yourself. To a certain degree, we all accept other people's perceptions, and when we start consciously making your own self-identity, making your own self-perception, when you start perceiving yourself as capable of everything that you want out of life, that's when you start being able to accomplish those things. All of them are up, some of them are bananas. Yeah, dude, XRP is fucking a shit token. Do you guys understand? Do you guys know what XRP is? I know you do, probably, Timmy. But XRP is the stupidest fucking thing because, okay, the entire idea of crypto is decentralization. The entire idea of crypto is that we're not being controlled by a state-run entity. It's decentralized, and the people have the power. The people are the ones that control the value of this coin, and there's no regulation on it because there really shouldn't be regulation on what you like in essence we reap what we sow. The entire idea of decentralization is to get rid of like the authoritative things, like people tracking what you can and can't do. Meanwhile, XRP is a cryptocurrency that's actively trying to work with Federal Reserve banks to be the exchange currency. So let's say the Federal Reserve of America wants to trade with the Federal Reserve of Japan. What they're going to do is, when it becomes CBDCs, it's going to central bank digital currencies, just a standardized form of a cryptocurrency that's going to replace the dollar, going to replace the, what is it, the yen? I don't know what Japan's currency is, but it's going to replace whatever that is. XRP wants to be the exchanger. XRP wants it to be going from US CBDC to XRP to Japanese, and it's like, it's the stupidest thing ever because the entire crypto movement is to get away from these ideas. It's to get away from the authoritarian kind of control over funds. It's the government coin. Yeah, no, crypto is controlled opposition. Certain ones are. Do you know about the tornado? I don't remember what it's called, where it wipes the history clean. Or do you know about Zcash? Those are better ones in terms of security. The government coin is oil. Yeah. The thing about, no, dude, Monero, there's a backdoor, and Monero's not as encrypted as Zcash is. Zcash is a lot safer than Monero. I'm telling you, dude, look into how Zcash is encrypted, look how into Monero is encrypted. It's really not that secure. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, it's like anything. Like, people are going to be making money in crypto until it becomes institutionalized. It's like the internet bubble, like the .com boom. Have you heard about? I'm not claiming to be an expert on this. I've heard just a little bit about it, but there's a software that, let's say, it's not necessarily wiping the history clean. It's exchanging the wallet ID that you have, the wallet history you have with someone else's. So like, let's say you have one Ethereum, you can put it in this program and it takes that one Ethereum you had, swirls it around, gives it to someone else, and you get theirs. So it's just exchanging the equivalent, and you don't have the public ledger on it. Because when you exchange a crypto with someone,
let's say you give me Bitcoin. Since you gave me Bitcoin, you know everything that I've spent money on. You know my wallet ID, and you can see everything that I've used it on. And that's the whole concern with cryptocurrency, is that in essence it's not regulated, but there's the public ledger. So it's really easy to trace these things. Whereas there's more secure ones. There's ones that don't necessarily give away this privacy. Gold is pegged at the 70s exchange rate. Yeah. Tornado cash, that's what it's called. Okay. F what? I mean, it's really just like, you don't, okay. You really don't need this thing unless you're doing illegal things, because you're really not gonna have to worry about these things unless you're under supervision. Seen Wojak? I don't know what that is. I mean, it's a good idea in essence, but I think it's gonna. The guy who invented it's in a federal prison somewhere in some other country. Like they locked him up. What's up, Jessica? How's everything? Damn, everyone's joining. I was gonna do a quick stream, but now everyone's here. I've seen BoJack Horseman. Dude, BoJack Horseman's a fucking terrible show. It's just like it's like out of date people in Hollywood that are like trying to come to grips with like existentialism and the idea that nothing matters, and it's like there's no solution. It's just bought the Daily Stoic today. I think I have it. Yeah, I have it right here. I haven't read it yet. This is like a book I'm gonna get to in like 3 years, and I'll be like, it's okay. Like, I don't know. It's like Stoicism's cool. It really is. I like Stoicism, but it's not like it's not like the end all be all. Like if you like Stoicism, read Taoism. Taoism, Stoicism on steroids. Yeah, Christianity. Yeah. It's just in Hollywood. Barely escaped. Wow. How many books do you say you have? I have a few thousand probably. I have a few hundred here, and then I have a lot at home. And then I have like textbooks and stuff. Really depends. I don't feel like counting them because I'm so lazy. But I'm gonna spoil it for you. Spoil what? Bro, I'm not reading that. What are you saying? What do you mean, what am I saying? Yeah, I can't imagine where I'm gonna be in like 20 years with the amount of books I have. Like it's just gonna keep getting. Like I'm gonna have to have like an entire library in my house. Collecting books from when The Walking Dead starts. Do you want to know something interesting? So zombies, it's really a commentary on the consumerism of humanity. I used to have dreams about zombies when I was little. And basically what that was telling me was that like, this is gonna sound so corny, but like a lot of people just go through life not looking for answers. A lot of people go through life not looking for meaning, not looking for purpose. They're happy with the status quo. They're not driving towards any sort of forward direction. And they're mindless consumers. You know, they see advertisements and they'll buy it. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but like, I mean, it was really like I was having these recurring dreams just to tell me that like I was gonna feel like an outcast and I should be okay with it. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure everyone in here kind of feels like an outcast. I'm sure everyone in here like notices there's something wrong with society, notices there's something wrong with the consumerism and how we devalued like the spiritual fulfillment, the mental fulfillment, and we went straight for the physical. We went straight for, oh, if you don't have this car, if you don't have this house, you're a loser. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure we all understand that, and I'm sure we all like look at people who, you know, can't afford to pay their bills, but they're wearing designer clothes, and you're like, what the fuck are you doing? Am I being followed? No. I'm just talking about dreams I had. What? Bro, I'm not like paranoid at all. I think we need to understand that like if you're paranoid, then that's just a sign that there's something you're not addressing. Like anxiety isn't necessarily that you're being followed physically, it's that you're not living up to a certain ideal you hold higher. The delay is crazy. I just wasn't reading the chat. I inherited a whole bookshelf. That's awesome. Going through the motions means we're automatons. We need a word and language and yeah. Words are like magic, they dictate the mind, yeah. The thing is, most people are directed by others, and this is what leads to the unconsciousness of the world. This is what leads to war. This is what leads to famine. This is what leads to basically anything wrong that happens in the world. The more conscious you are, and the more you can start shaping your lives, the more you understand the cracks in the system and the cracks in foundation. Physical reality is a shadow. The truth is the etheric realm. Ideas are alive. These ideas you're investigating are initiation. Okay, whatever. No one's contacted me, so I'm fine. Noble Goddard helps with that. You need to take control. Yeah. Bruh, I am in a bad situation right now. Why? What happened? Is Christina like DMing you on Discord? Is that what it is? Because that's the worst thing I can imagine. If it's not that, then you're not struggling that bad, man. Bro, the fuck are you threatening me? The fuck? What were you talking about exploring ideas? I literally just read philosophy. You posted in Discord, what'd you post? Haven't checked it. Expect Expect what? All I do is study religion and philosophy. Like I'm not really worried. Yeah, I'm like, of course my Discord has to update now. Not a threat, but dude, that doesn't sound like a friendship. What are you talking about? That's not how friendship works, man. Made this homemade tea with heavy herbs and it's making. Bro, just calm down. The more you make of it, the more you're gonna freak out. Like literally, like it's in your own head right now. Like the more you keep telling yourself it's an issue, the more it's gonna become an issue. Just start like focus on your breathing. Just calm down and just. That's all you have to do. Do that for a few minutes and you'll be fine. Get in a comfortable position. Go in the bathroom, turn on the shower. Like there's a lot of things you can do. What's up, Chance? What is the best state you can be in most of the time? Present moment awareness. What that really means is you're just existing. You're like a flow state. What people call flow state is really just present moment awareness. Yeah, Mark, just calm down. Just really just Um, get to the place where you can just relax. Like I know it doesn't sound like it's good advice, but that's really the only thing you can do. Like whenever you're feeling stressed out or anxious, you just gotta. It just means that you're trying to force yourself to do something that you don't want to do. And if you take a step back, all the anxiety goes away. I don't know what the rule of threes is. Find three things. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, that's probably a good way to do it. What the? Okay. I mean, don't worry about frequencies for flow state. Your mind creates the frequencies. Don't really worry about that. Like I think when we start worrying about anything except our thoughts, that's when we kind of overcomplicate it. Like simply by meditating and clearing your own mind, you get into the quote unquote whatever frequencies it is. I don't even look into that kind of stuff. Yeah, yeah. Flow state is when the difficulty of the task. No, the flow state's when there's no pressure. So think about it like this. That's one way to think about flow state, but it's not really the right way because it's just simply not thinking about anything except the current task. Like when I'm fighting someone, I'm not thinking about anything aside from protecting myself. I'm not thinking about my responsibilities. I'm not thinking about my bills. I'm not thinking about anything except trying to break this guy's arm. You know what I mean? So that allows me to perform as best as I can. And then when we start throwing different elements into it, this is what starts taking us out of flow state. So like in a practice, I can beat pretty much anyone in a fight. I do so much better in practice. I go into a tournament, just a little bit of pressure that's there takes me out of that state. I'm worried about the performance aspect of it. I'm worried about people watching. I'm worried about how I'm going to view myself if I win or lose. And that takes me out of the flow state. Flow state's simply just seeing things for what they are, just simply existing in this current second and not worrying about anything else, not worrying about anything else except what you're doing in this very moment. That's really all it is. You'll know flow state too when you're in it because you don't know what's gonna come out of your mouth next, but it's the smartest thing you've ever heard. Like I don't know what I'm gonna say next, but I know it's gonna be correct. Basically, yeah, yeah. Just the way you described it though, I didn't particularly like because you were like putting pressure on it. You were assigning value, you were assigning anything, and it's like, I mean, pressure can get you into a flow state because the reason why people go thrill seeking is simply because it's the only time they feel alive. Like, think, why do people go jump out of airplanes? It's because the only thing you can focus about when you're jumping out of the airplane is jumping out of the airplane. You can't worry about your bills, you can't worry about whatever else. You have to worry about like living and dying. And that's why people do it because it gives them a temporary release. It gives them a temporary state of presence, a temporary state of awareness. And you can gain that in every single moment. It's just really learning how to do it, really learning how to calm down your mind. What meditation is just gaining awareness, gaining presence, getting to a flow state. You can also do it by just simply going on walks and seeing yourself in a desired state, taking your mind off of the things that are stressing you out, finding like mundane things. Like sometimes when I'm really stressed out, like I'll go do the dishes, I'll go clean my room, like things like that, like just taking your mind off of it and not really thinking about anything, like getting away from the pressure and then returning, and it's not as stressful. Pressure is good, but I think people put too much pressure. Like pressure can allow you to rise to the occasion, but it can also shrink you as well. So if you can meet the pressure with your presence, with your awareness, then it's a good thing. But some people can't. Like I don't deal well with pressure. My mind tries to make things way worse, so I have to de-escalate the situation. Some people can elevate the situation, and it allows them to elevate, but I elevate through de-escalating the situation, like saying it's not as big of a deal in my mind. Water finds the crack, finds the lowest point, raise the boats. Yeah, yeah. I don't deal with pressure well. Like, the more you hype something up, the more you say, "Oh, this is such a big occurrence," like that's gonna make me not perform. But if I say like, "Yeah, I do this shit every day," like I was giving a presentation yesterday in front of like 30 people. Like I was nervous, and I'm like, "Why am I so nervous?" Like I stream for more people every single day. Like I get way more views than whoever's gonna see me right now. I can explain way more complex topics. So like I wasn't elevating the idea that like this is my final project, I need to do good on it. Like I was saying like this isn't that important. This isn't that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things. Like I have to tell myself that it's not a big deal. Certain people can rise to the occasion. I'm not one of those people. Everyone's mind's different. Everyone's mind responds differently to external forces. And it's all about understanding what works best for you and using it to your benefit. The water that softens the potato hardens the egg. Yes, I agree with that. We don't need to react to every input. I get excited by pressure and stakes. I wish. The more I can preserve my like playfulness, the more I can preserve my uniqueness, my unique side, the less pressure I feel, the better I perform. The more pressure I feel, the more I conform to like the strict rigidities of whatever I'm doing. Like the more nervous I get during a presentation, the more I'm gonna read off the slides. Whereas the less I feel, like the more I'm just gonna improvise. Same thing with fighting. Like if I'm not nervous at all, if I'm not afraid of the person at all, that's when I just start inventing submissions. When I'm fighting someone and I'm like afraid, I don't think I can beat them. That's when I'm like hesitant. That's when I'm not chasing submissions. That's when I'm not doing like Hail Mary attempts to try to end the fight. And I lose that edge because like think if you're fighting someone that's willing to risk it all simply just to end it, like that's scary. That's something that you're gonna have to watch out for. So it like takes a lot away from my game because there's not like the fear element of it. Like I'm not attacking, so then I'm just kind of a sitting duck. I like performing during presentations, just the potato and the eggs. I get nervous before performing in front of people, but in the moment it's bliss. Yeah. And the thing is, it's always what you do. It's like before the moment is always the scariest, but once you start, you can kind of calm yourself down. It's just that waiting period before. A man with nothing to lose is the most dangerous. Yeah. I think there's benefits to both. I think there's benefits to building up the situation and building it down. It's really just like a personal thing. Preparation helps. You need to be moving faster, be bigger, more conditioned, more ready. Yeah. I think it's like a sliding scale. Like people underestimate the power of will, and people overestimate the power of skill. I think it's more of like the combination of both is going to make you the best, most feared opponent. Like if you only have one or the other, it's not going to take you far enough. You need the right combination. Like Muhammad Ali was one of the most skilled boxers and also one of the toughest boxers, and that's what made him one of the greatest. Like after Muhammad Ali lost his belt, after he sat out of the Vietnam War, he sat out for 4 years and really didn't work out. He really didn't do anything. He kind of just partied and gambled, and basically he lost his edge, he lost his skill, he lost his like speediness. So he really became a brawler. He really changed styles. He wasn't as fast, he wasn't as quick. and like you saw his grit, you saw his grind, you saw what made him one of the greatest boxers ever, and it was really interesting to see that side of him develop. It was really his downfall eventually, though, because you saw him towards the end of his life. He was struggling. It really sucks that someone that was so entertaining, that was so well respected, well regarded, like lost his, lost what made him special. I mean, he was called the Louisville Lip. Like he could speak. My dad lived in the same town as him when he was younger, and they went to his house. I don't remember if it was Halloween or it was just normal time, but they knocked on his door, and he showed up and he picked up my dad, because my dad was the youngest, and he picked up my dad. He's like, "You're a big guy, aren't you?" So my dad got picked up by Muhammad Ali when he was a kid. It's a pretty cool story. Remember that April's procrastination awareness month? It's time to celebrate. You met Ali at LAX. That's awesome, actually. It's 1,000%. Or is that 10,000 of the same punch versus 1,000 punches? Yeah. Yeah, no, dude. Ali was like, there's very few boxers that transcend boxing like that. Like Tyson's one of them, but Tyson's not really in a good way. Like Tyson's like the story of like what could have been if he had good people around him. What could have been if he could have figured things out. If he could get over the anger and rage. And it seems like he's gotten over it. It seems like he's way more well tempered. If you've seen the interview of like, there's like this like 14 or 15-year-old black girl that's interviewing him, and she's like, "I'm a high schooler and I want some advice for my future and my ambition." He's like, "What good is ambition? We're all gonna die. Well, why do I care about my legacy when I'm dead? I'm dead." And the little girl's just like, "What the hell?" It was after he was wheelchair bound. No one else recognized him. Damn. That's damn. That sucks. Yeah, it's just like, it's not even that you wish Cuss didn't die. It's just like, how much better do you think he would have been? Like, if he lived a few years longer, I think Tyson would have figured things out more. You know what I mean? Like, Cuss really wasn't with Tyson for more than what he found Tyson when he was like 12 or 14 years old, and then he died when Cus D'Amato died before Tyson became the heavyweight champ. So what, like 4 or 5 years? And I mean, Tyson still talks about Cus D'Amato to this day. So like, not saying that like there wasn't a huge impact, but I'm just saying like, imagine if he had that guy's guidance for a little bit longer. Imagine if he was able to like heal the wounds of like a broken home, a broken childhood. That would be interesting. Oh my God, guys, we have to end the stream. He lost his way. He had a big old smile on his face. Damn, that's cool. That's actually really cool. Dude, I love Ali. Ali is one of like the most inspirational people ever, I would have to say. Like, there was just something about that dude, like that was just like, that guy was just awesome. Like he truly was. Like, he's just an awesome person. And like, the thing is, like, people at the time were like shitting on him for not going to the Vietnam War, but like, dude, like that just shows the level of class this guy had, because I'm telling you, he wouldn't be on the front lines. I'm telling you, it would have just been a ceremonial position. It wouldn't be like, they wouldn't really force him to do things, but he was willing to forego fame, willing to go to jail, go to prison, you know, relinquish his heavyweight belt, relinquish his career for the ideas he stood upon. Like, imagine any celebrity, any fighter, any professional person, like nowadays, missing years of their career, missing years of their prime, simply for their beliefs. It would never happen. It would never happen. Like, Colin Kaepernick is a joke. That guy was out of the league anyway. Like, imagine Tom Brady when he was like 30 years old saying, you know, I'm never going to play again until we start making real changes in terms of the way we're spending our funds. Like there's people that are dying because of hurricanes and we're spending more money overseas. Like, imagine if Tom Brady did something like that. That's the level of, you know, just notoriety, fame, class that this guy had. Ali is the only reason it's in Mama. That's funny. I'm getting pizza. You ever see the interview with Tyson Ali? Yeah. Have you seen Tyson saying that he called Ali, or Ali called him? What was it? wasn't Buster Douglas. Who was it? Who was the one that beat the shit out of Ali really, really bad? And Tyson was like, I'm gonna get him back for you. And he just fucked the guy up. He just beat him up so bad. That's that movie that was it Andrew Garfield was in. I never watched it. It seemed like an interesting premise, but I feel like I'd be much more interested in the real story. Like I always think that real stories are more inspiring than whatever the movie can make it. Like that's why I don't really like movies anymore. Like you can read the real history and it's 10 times more exciting. And then Hollywood feels the need to dress it up. Like I just being a pacifist is the thing until it's your family, yeah. I think the idea that Ali was saying is like this country wouldn't fight for me, so why would I fight for them? You know what I mean? Like that's really the idea. Like I mean, I was gonna join the military, and then they did mandates for certain experimental procedure. Like you know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna. I was gonna go fight for freedom. I was gonna go fight for corporation. So it's like when that happened, it kind of broke me out of the paradigm. Books are always better than the movies, especially true stories. Books are only better than the movies if you actually have an imagination. But if you don't have an imagination, then you can't experience the true, depth of experience. We're going to the Fat Electrician. Did a video about DOS and a video about the 77th. Yeah, no, it's like, I mean, it's like Eisenhower's speech on the military-industrial complex is still haunting to this day. Like, Raytheon, I'm pretty sure has a better ESG score than Tesla, which is like, I mean, I'm not saying that electric cars don't come with their concerns, but like realistically, a company that's trying to reduce emissions should be higher than a company that blows people up for a living. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, it's all just like posturing. It's all just, there's nothing to it. He puts a humorous twist on history, but his videos are nothing back. Okay. Seems interesting. What's his name? The Fat Electrician. That's actually an awesome name. That's his channel name? That's pretty funny. Yeah, bro. Dude, like, all of these, like... I just don't know how people could profit off war. Like, I just don't get it. I really don't get it. What's up, Corey? Oh, Corey, your girl's here. It's like anything though. It's because it's subsidized by the government. You can charge whatever you want. It's like, I mean, it's the same thing with insurance, with medical insurance. The reason why pharmaceutical drugs are so expensive is because the people aren't paying it out of pocket. They're paying it through their insurance. But that just means the insurance premiums are more. It's like it's a crazy cycle. War is extremely profitable. Yeah, as a veteran, I hate war prophecy. Yeah, and I'm not one of those people that like I respect every single person that's fought for this country. I don't respect the people that run the country. I don't respect the people that send our, sons and daughters to another country just because they discovered oil. You know what I mean? I'm not for that. Damn, Mark, you're going through it. That's good to hear that. That's good to hear. Yeah, Mark, if you ever want to like know a really good method for meditation, go in the bathroom and turn on the shower and try to focus on your breathing. Because the water has a natural calming effect. This is why, this is another reason why beachfront properties are so expensive, is because it improves your quality of life. There's this has been known for years that running water has a calming effect, but it's recently been proved by science as well. All the men running the world had an aneurysm. I mean, we changed things for a time. Stop playing with chemicals in your health, dumbass. Oh yeah, dude, yeah. I think you just feel like cool. Like I don't know what it is. Like splitting logs is, yeah. Like I don't want to say, like, tedious manual labor can sometimes like hit the spot. Like if it's mindless and you can just shut off, like it's like a good, change from the fast pacedness of like think right now we're all online technically. Like I'm not surfing the web, but I'm like here, not in the real world. And it's like the more we can anchor ourselves in the real world and not think, the more we can return to ourselves. Because it's not the ability to think that makes someone smart, that makes someone whole. It's the ability to not think, the ability to expend energy when they need to, the ability to expend necessary energy, not be on at all times of the day. Because you only have so much energy, you only have so much of your faculties, you can only focus on so many things. And so many of us focus on needless things. So many of us put our energy to things that don't drive us forward. Gets your rage, yeah. Anything manly make you feel good. God made you for a purpose. Yeah, I think like a lot of people don't express their anger in any healthy ways. I'm not saying you should I'm not saying it should be like blind rage, but like I mean, I think as men we're like full of energy, and like it can tend to get aggressive. It can tend to become a form of aggression. So like we need to find methods that can get these things out of us in a healthy manner. Like for me, I like training jujitsu, training MMA. Like that's the perfect balance where I can challenge myself physically. I can get that hunger for conflict, and I can do it in a controlled manner in a way that I can see myself improving over time. And it's like the best of everything. And like, for some people it's fishing, for some people it's hunting, for others it's, doing landscaping. Like my dad loves landscaping, and I never understood it until recently. And I was like, wait, this is just him getting away from the world. This is him getting away from his responsibilities. Like he doesn't have to worry about, what his boss is saying. He doesn't have to worry about, what my mom's cooking for dinner, or him being hungry, or him having to go, you know what I mean? It's just, it gets your mind off things. It's like a meditative practice. And Jesus is the biggest fish. About to be the middle fish. Yeah. And everyone has a balance of masculine and feminine too. That's why I don't really talk about like most of the channels that talk about the shit I talk about. They're like, oh, you gotta be a manly man. It's like, no, we have to find like our authentic self. We have to find the balance of what brings us happiness. And for me, it's like most of the day I'm switched on. Most of the day I'm like go. And then there's times where I want to be creative. There's times where I want to express myself. There's times where I want to turn on the camera and explore philosophy, explore ideas. You know what I mean? Like it's finding the balance. Bro, that's a timeout. You cannot. It's okay. I'm not even gonna time you out. I'm just gonna say, Jesus washing feet means that he's not better than you. It's a show of devotion. It's a show that he's willing to do the most tedious things for you, and you should be willing to do the most tedious things for him. Like he's not above you. He's just at your same level. Like Jesus is God, Jesus is the Lord, but like he's also willing to do these things. So you should be willing to do these things as well. You should be willing to help people out in the same manner he's helped you. But that's just like a dumbass take. You let Judas kiss him, it doesn't matter. You're thinking of it from a materialistic perspective. You're thinking it in a material sense, but like these are symbolic. If another man washed my feet, I'd be weirded out. You're thinking of it from your perspective. It's symbolic, dude. It's not to be taken literally. It's a story to show that Jesus is not above you, that Jesus is devoted to you, just as you should be devoted to all of mankind. It's a show of love. It's not a show of subservience. Emerson said, the way you view the world is a reflection of yourself. Just know, if you take things in a perspective like that, it's showing that there's some unresolved things. Whenever someone thinks the world is a bad place, it's really, they are a bad person. They haven't come to grips with some things. We tend to blend our experiences into the things we observe. When I was a lot younger, I used to be very pessimistic, and I used to think that like people were delusional for being happy. I'm like, that's just me forcing my ideology on people. That's just me assuming things. Why did Judas kiss him on the lips? It's called forgiveness. Because no matter, he sold Jesus out. He's the reason why Jesus was crucified, but it's forgiveness. It's showing that no matter what you can do, you can never get away from the Lord. God will always come back to you. That's the idea. No matter how much you shun him, he comes back to you. Bro, alright, this is fucking... Like, it's just such a dumb take. It's just such a dumb take, bro. Like, how do you not get, like, the philosophical implications of it? Like, take it away from the material. Take it away from the pure representation. It's a sign of forgiveness. It's just, I don't get that take at all. That's one of the worst takes I've ever heard. Like, the Bible's not purely historical. It's not purely representative of what happened. It's philosophical. It's allegorical. It's metaphysical. It's showing you deeper lessons, and it's using these examples to illustrate it. It's not saying blend it with whatever your worldview is. It's saying take the lessons from it and apply the lessons into your life. I mean, if you look into the Bible, it's really the best metaphysical textbook. Nobody takes it symbolic. But why are you arguing from a literal perspective? Like, it's, you know what I mean? Like, I'm an atheist, I don't even have the tick of being. Damn. That's kind of funny. It also doesn't matter how other people take it, because it's a personal experience. It's not something that we can give to others. Like, our conception of God, our conception of the world, it's not something that we can impart on others. They have to figure it out for themselves. So no matter what I say to you, I can only point you in the right direction. I can't force you to have the same worldview as me. I can't force you to have the same ideology as me. Damn, everyone's going crazy right now. No woman, what do they do in the desert? Bro. Not everything's about sex, man. Like, the only reason we view things in terms of sex is because that's just the culture. But sex used to not be something that was on people's minds 24/7. It's just kind of devolved as society's become more established. Like, we need to think of things in this context. Like, you weren't, like, think of Instagram. It's kind of unavoidable. Like, you go on Instagram, you just see a hot girl that's like basically naked. Like, we're not designed to be this obsessed with women all day long. Like, it's supposed to be for procreation. It's not really supposed to be for recreation. Yeah, it's always been somewhat for recreation, somewhat for that, but like, it's never been so accepted. So like, it's coming from these contexts. It's like, if it was rewritten today, maybe there'd be women there, but it's not. Damn, Mark really took it there. He's triggered because it's his religion, man. It's like I don't know what you like, but it's like, imagine, like, the best example is someone talking shit about your sports team. You're gonna defend it. You know what I mean? Like, if someone says to me the Eagles are a terrible team, I don't really care. But like, a few years ago, like when I was 10, if you said the Eagles were a terrible team, I'd start naming statistics. I'd start saying, "Oh, you're an idiot. You haven't watched any of their games." Like, there's a funny story I have when my friend hates sports. He thinks it's really stupid. all he does is play video games and watch anime. Like, I mean, to each their own. But we're like in line after going to a bar, and someone's like, we are talking about football, and they're like, "Yo, what's your team?" And my friend goes, "The Falcons." And he's like, the guy goes, "Bro, the Falcons?" Like he was like so taken aback. He's like, "Yeah, the Falcons are gonna beat the Eagles." Funny enough, they did, but he's like, "Yeah, this suck." And then I was naming players so that my friend could say how shit they were. And the dude was like damn near at the verge of fighting him over something that like is just a pastime, something that's just entertainment. So it's like we need to understand that people hold ideals above themselves, and when people hold ideals above themselves, like when you don't take it in a good faith basis, then people are gonna get offended. The way many Christians obsess over Jesus in church. I don't. I mean, I don't think looking at the church is a good example because I give zero credit to the church. I think the church is more detrimental to the idea of Christianity than anything else. I think it teaches the wrong lessons. I think it instills the wrong values. I think it emphasizes the wrong points. The entire point of Christianity is that Jesus is the example for every man to look up to. That Jesus is the example for every man to aspire to be because we all have the same power. So it's like, it's kind of like not a great example. He's not a fictional character. There's a lot of historical evidence that at the very least there was a man that lived that was crucified by the Romans. Bro, we talk about religion like half the time here. I don't know why you're like confused now. Most of what we talk about is like esoteric religion. Why are we... The Bible contradicts itself. Every book contradicts itself. Every belief system contradicts itself. The Bible has karma in it. Every religion has the conception of karma in it. Also, your interpretation of Christianity is what you've heard from others. It's probably like if you looked at the book objectively, you'd probably agree with a lot of the messaging. You know what I mean? Maybe you don't agree with the approach in which it's worshipped, the way it's taught, the way it's viewed, the way it's used to justify holy wars and justified certain actions. But I think you can't disregard the wisdom in the Bible. Jesus. What the fuck? I can't. Bro, that's not the point of it. Like you're literally nitpicking for something that's not there. Like do you get the point of the story? That's more important than the details. Like stop getting wrapped up in the weeds of things. It's really about the point that like Jesus isn't above you. That Jesus is willing to come down and wash your feet, and he's willing to die for your sins. So you should be willing to do the same thing for him. That's the idea. The idea is uplifting humanity, that you're not better than anyone else. That's the idea of it. It's like, I mean, to a certain degree, we're all brainwashed. To a certain degree, we're all shaped by our experiences. We're all shaped by the things that we have seen, by the things that we've done, by the culture we've been brought up with. So it's like saying brainwash is not really the right way to approach things. Every religion has enslaved nations. That doesn't mean that people that believe in the religion are bad. That means the institution's bad. No one believes that. That's the Christian church perspective. Real Christianity believes that if you aspire to be like Jesus, you're going to heaven. That's the real belief. Real belief is that Jesus is merely the example, and if you get anywhere near that, then that's what you're becoming. You're becoming like Jesus, and you're going to live a good life. I think you can look at all these things from a pessimistic perspective, but you can also look at it in terms of like the beliefs of the religion aren't bad. It's the way people have used these beliefs to justify certain things. Like nobody agrees with the Crusades. Nobody agrees with the countless people that have died for the sake of religion, but people can believe in the messaging and believe that it makes you a better person. Bro, nobody, like, what are you even saying? Like, nobody's arguing that. Like everyone's perceived God in different ways, and it doesn't matter which way you perceive God as long as you're a good person. Like that's nobody's even arguing that. Like you're just in your own head right now. Like I don't know what you're saying. Your children start to be ashamed of you. And that's like that's definitely like such a ruthless insult. I can already tell. I mean, most of the time you hear like your mother would be ashamed of you. I don't know why this made me laugh so hard. Alright, this is getting boring. I'm gonna end the stream. I gotta do other stuff. I'll probably stream again later if you guys want to join. Like this conversation's not getting anywhere. People are just getting upset. Everyone's talking past each other. But yeah, talk to you guys later.